guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back at guys with The Lost Kingdom, episode 6 of season 4.
Last episode people were freaking out because Aethelflaed was dying and they were like, who's gonna take over after him? Who? So he's got no son, he's got a daughter who's pretty young, and the eldermen that are around, they basically, if they had sons that could perhaps marry her, they're all dead because of the fights and stuff. So there's no one left. And Edward had to show up, and they were talking about betraying Wessex and stuff. So he's like, oh fuck, I gotta step in, I gotta help, I gotta make sure that the person I choose is also on my side a little bit. So he's like trying to choose between an older elderman,
an old sack, and a snake.
Well, yeah, he found the brother, and he was like, I mean, his intentions might be good. He's younger.
You're brave. You saved my life.
I mean, the people of Mercia follow him, and he did save his life. So yeah, why not? And he did choose him in the end. There was a great moment where, you know, he went to Aethelred, the brother, and he said, you know, oh, I mean, I've been chosen to marry your daughter. And he's like, no. He did promise Aethelflaed that she was going to have a say in this, and he kept that promise.
He kept his word until he got murdered.
Yeah, the brother did kill him because, I mean, he was like, oh, fuck. If he says no to him being the next king or the next lord of Mercia, no one is going to go for that. So, yeah, got rid of Aethelred. The sister did see, and she helped Aethelflaed flee later when they just pushed her to the side, ignored her saying that she doesn't want the brother to marry her daughter.
She still didn't say that her brother killed the previous lord of Mercia, so we don't know if she might say something
but
or
she
not.
Could. At least she helped her escape, so there's that. And Uhtred's daughter helped Aethelflaed's daughter. Well, basically, Uhtred's daughter helped Aethelflaed's daughter hide from the people that were, you know, here to take her back to Mercia so she could marry. So, and that was pretty cool. So now they're basically on the run. No one is on their side. You've got Edward and Mercia trying to make this a thing because, I mean, they need peace. But yeah, I don't really know what they're gonna do next. And Ellsworth has been confined. The father-in-law is making decisions behind Edward's back, and I hate that. And he's got her, you know, stuck in a room somewhere, so she can't do anything. And but she's got the guards on her side for sure, so she's paying a few of them.
She's paying her way out somehow.
Or at least she's making them do stuff for her. So we'll see what happens there. But I am excited to see, because I don't know what we can do to make this better at this point. So yeah,
we can pray for a miracle.
We rarely get those in the show, so okay, this is pretty much where we are. I say we jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reaction.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hopefully she's not sick.
Stop crying. I cannot bear it.
Be kind. She wants her mother.
We survived without a
He's got one daughter who's more Danes and one son who's more Saxon, so perfect kids for Uhtred.
I bring a message from Lady Aethelflaed, and she wants you to meet her at the ruins of St. Milber's Priory.
Where do you go?
I have family in Francia.
That way is inland. Ships come in near Chayester. Travel with us, we will show you. If she's lying, at least she's under our control.
She's got the guts and the personality to make it on her own.
She does.
She just lacks the tools. I'm not against a new member of the group.
Of our crew.
You know?
Yeah. Come on in.
She may be at Wenlock already. We should ride back to meet her.
Lord, we should not do this. If she found us, so will they.
Yeah, but
She knew where you were going.
well, yeah, and technically, it's gonna take time for the men to go back to Winchester and realize the girl is not there. And he's always gonna choose Aethelflaed. Come on.
Stay back! The road is closed!
Jesus Christ.
Let's go! Stop there!
Oh. The girl was coughing. I hope it's not.
Oh, I hope that she's not sick, please.
Which hand did it grab? You've a pea? Lord, it is spread by touch.
No, it is the air that spreads it. Do you have it?
No. Go. Hand the animals. We should kill the horses. Your father's right. He's in the air. Any could say could, right? Any one of us. We should return to Aylesmere. If there is sickness in the land, then we cannot go back. We cannot defend ourselves against Edward's men or Mercian guards.
Oh, that's bad.
We go across land to unlock her. The children will not make it on foot. Then we leave them. Oh, so we're safe. And then
So we're safe.
Leave the children?
No.
Lord, I have followed you without complaint. But do not inflict us on men of big loyalty.
True, but
No choice. We have to alter the plan.
yeah,
The horse is somewhere safe.
he's just scared, but like,
To unlock her. You'll be safe from the sickness, trust me.
I hope so. I would hate to lose anyone from
To
this.
die from sickness like that.
I don't
To
even,
unlock her, we find Aethelflaed and
like,
get
for
to
example,
Cheyenne.
if Finan dies from this,
Oh,
he's
please
the
no.
one that's the most like, please no. But the girl was coughing, so I hope it's not that.
Find me 12 men to leave immediately. Wessex is incapable. We'll find the fugitives ourselves. There's many people on the road. Someone must have seen them. We'll soon find them, Commander. Monica! I've heard news. The sickness. Yes.
It's gonna be an actual just plot point. People are gonna die.
Oh. Are we gonna lose people that we care about?
We might, because this is Last Kingdom, you know?
Father Piolik, how do the preparations proceed?
Forgive me, but we should delay all ceremonies. They say the sickness is coming. People are abandoning their villages.
The ravage is worse than any Dane invader.
Because you can't fight against this.
Nope.
Especially not in those days.
More people will provoke trouble. We have a duty to protect all Saxons.
You cannot close the gates when the people seek refuge.
We have to protect the town, Walter. The other aldermen would agree, and know this.
There's not really a good thing, you know, good
Perhaps we
choice.
should keep it open. The people are clearly frightened.
Yes.
People frighten others. Who will rule me on this? And the Witten will say you seek to conquer us.
The uncertainty will make him listen to them. It's true though that having so many people in such a small place would mean that the
One-
sickness would spread.
One sick man or woman and you're all condemned.
Because like wolves won't protect anyone. But it does send a message of, I don't want to take care of you, you know?
For your own safety, don't stay here.
Do the Danes return?
No. The sickness is taking young and old. Escape the foul airs while you can.
Is it the plague?
Follow us.
It sounds like the plague.
Well, they are coughing blood. Doesn't look like the plague to me.
Are they?
It's heavier than he looks. What's wrong with you?
A fever from the grasses. I do not have it.
He's so scared. I get it.
Who are you anyway?
No one.
I am no one.
Zeppelstone. Edward's firstborn son.
It's
Future
very
king.
important.
Royal blood you carrying? Welcome to the bastard
The
life.
actual future king. So basically that makes him
You can smell it on the air.
his uncle.
Yeah.
It means the fever
Yeah.
just fierce.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, his
Close the roads to contain the sickness.
his head was half brother, so yeah.
Chester. We should do the same.
Welcome to the Bastards Live. I'm like, he's gonna be king. Well, he can enjoy being a bastard till then.
They were just right there.
Just right at the end of this field.
Destiny! Come on!
Fucking hell.
Lady Aethelflaed is not coming. Let's go.
She was here.
She must have been here first. She would have gone on to Cheyenne as agreed to move.
Everyone is basically on the same road. And unfortunately, if the group that came here first kept going, they might find them eventually, since they
Yeah.
found the group. They are crossing, you know, they are going cross countries, so not following any path, but still be careful.
Lord Elfin. Her face is red. She clearly sickens. She just needs some rest.
I'm afraid because she was coughing earlier.
I am afraid, but I also really love paranoid Finan. It could just be to make us stress.
I'm scared that she's gonna die because I have past trauma which shows that has a thing against daughters.
PTSD.
Yes! Oh, she's not good.
She's not good at all.
She's not good. Oh shit. Oh no. I don't want her to die without her mom though.
I mean, I don't know if we're close to death yet. Like, she's the daughter of a Dane. This is usually Odin. This is usually death. You know. Don't follow it. No one is looking. She's dying. She's leaving. What?
Aethelflaed.
Or she's having a vision. Let's make it. Let's do it as well as, you know, like Vikings did.
Uhtred did have visions too, right?
Yeah.
When he was, I don't know, wrong show.
Wrong show.
Wrong show.
And I don't like those shots.
Oh.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Step back.
Okay. I mean, it's not better, but okay. I'd rather she followed the raven out of just, you know, a child being a child. I'd rather have this than the actual sickness she's dead. But still, that was a very woo-hoo moment.
Well, the raven kind of got her to her home death.
You've got a whole world, fucking follow. You've got a whole world to walk around, and they slept right next to each other. Thank God, though, I thought she was dying. I thought she was following the raven into death.
Well, she might have.
In Vikings, she would have. Hey. Okay, so she did pay to leave. She's gonna go and do some damage control.
Why is my mother being held at the gate?
The order applies to highborn and low.
This is the wife of Alfred. The king's mother cannot be treated the same as a peasant.
She can, if you are to respect the Uhtred. Lord, if you make an exception for your mother, you will be seen as overruling Mercian wishes.
Tell them to open the gates.
I think it's time he steps up and actually
I cannot
starts doing what he
speak in
wants.
the king's name. That would be to overreach myself.
Bitch.
The Aldermen are overruled!
I mean, that's not how I would have announced it, dude.
You should let everyone in.
Yeah,
Not just
you
your
should.
mother.
I mean, I love that he's actually making decisions this time, because they piss me off. Announcing it as, the Eldermen are overruled, I'm like, dude, you're kind of asking for treason.
Let's good Mercian suffer whilst his own kin are preferred. I fear you were right, Uhtred. King Edward seeks to conquer us.
Yeah, they're saying that now. He didn't want to close the fucking gates.
I sent no command for you to be imprisoned.
Then how did it happen?
I said you were to be rebuked for raising the Welsh.
The humiliation of it, Edward. To be manhandled by your men.
It was not an order, I
So
said.
who
sent it?
It is a mistake.
Who has that power?
Mistake. Or perhaps the girl lied.
If by the girl you mean the Queen, no. Aethelflaed is a gentle soul.
Lord
She would not...
Ethelhelm, then.
He does not speak in my name without
Well,
my
he thinks he
knowledge.
does,
He schemes to his own plan.
despite what he
Well,
said
you,
before.
of course, would recognize that.
Enough fighting, Edward. I simply wish to see Aethelflaed.
She is not here. She is somewhere in Mercia with Uhtred Ragnarsson.
She travels the road in times of fever.
She has chosen to run with him and abandon her life as a widow.
Because you were
Because
betrothing her daughter to the
No,
first guy.
And she's gone mad with grief. And is this known by the people?
Obviously not, nor will it be.
But your father will see it. From above. Alfred will see it. And feel despair.
Gotta get rid of the fucking father-in-law. And like,
oh, but
yeah, she was in the recap, so it makes
Oh
sense.
my gosh, poor girl, poor girl.
Yeah. And she's still pregnant, you know? Think of that. But yeah, like the whole thing of, oh, he doesn't care about Mercia, but then he didn't want to fucking close the gates. You convinced him of that. And then when he opens them for his mom, you're like, oh, he doesn't want Mercians inside. I'm like, bitch, stop it.
Come here, bitch.
You see this? Belonged to Knut himself.
No, it did not. You lying turd.
She was literally, you know, with them, you know. Leave it.
Throw the Danish whore in the pit.
For sure, I thought that she might have broken her ankle.
I thought it was a way.
Yeah,
you know.
me too.
Grace and victory.
I kind of like that he would rather have her be treated better, but that other guy, like, fuck off.
Doesn't give a shit.
Well, he went and fought them, so how he treats them is different, I guess.
What's this?
Careful! Oh fuck! It's him.
Over that bridge. Go.
Hide! Oh, they saw them for sure. Oh no! Oh shit! We're so doomed.
Oh fuck! We cannot go there. We cannot go there.
We can swim through.
No.
I'd rather face than die now.
Oh, this is good.
Give me Lady Elfin and you'll all be spared. Shield the little ones.
Hello, brother.
Come with me. Or I will kill all of these people, then I'll find your mother and I'll kill her too.
Nice husband.
Save your friends and leave.
Please don't kill my mother.
Oh,
What is she gonna do?
I don't know.
No, do not do his bidding. He has betrayed you all. He murdered Lord Aethelflaed. I witnessed
So
it.
speaks a traitor of mercy.
As he lay
She's
mortally
taking a
wounded
chance.
in his bed.
This is the words of a
I
whore.
will swear
Fuck
to it
off.
from the book.
Took his ring. Checking his pockets.
Look inside the pouch he wears around his neck. Inside, you will find the ring that he stole from your lord as he lay dead.
Hopefully it's still there. Oh, she's so
Show your man
badass.
what's inside.
I think that she's gonna die though.
She could, but she's so badass.
Or I will have you executed for treachery.
No.
Do not threaten your own man.
Yeah.
Enough talk. Let us see what you bear around your neck.
Oh,
Now.
she's so cool.
Thank you, Edith. I hope the ring is still inside the pouch, please.
I mean, if it wasn't, he would not have hesitated, you know.
It is Lord Aethelred's. It has his seal.
Bitch, you're over. Oh. I knew it was
You
gonna
cannot
come
deny
up.
it. Save yourself before these men kill you. Flee to Francia, brother.
Bye, bitch. What is he gonna do now? Oh, thank God for the sister.
thank you.
I knew that knowledge was gonna come up eventually. I didn't think it was gonna be now in such a badass way, but I'm happy. I'm so happy.
I doubt I will see him alive again. It is over for us.
Maybe
Well,
for him, maybe not for you.
Aethelflaed said if you gave the message to Uhtred, she was gonna make sure you were never gonna be wanting money ever again.
And you protected our daughter.
Yep. You saved her, literally, so I think they owe you one, and you're gonna be fine. Oh.
Who did this to you?
Danes.
Okay.
They have landed west of here. From Ireland.
Who went to
Me to say
I was like, the sickness.
who
like,
went to Ireland?
the first.
It honestly
Bye,
could be
bitch.
it could be anyone, because at
But
this
there was
point...
not someone who went to Ireland.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah.
You two go on the road and find Aethelflaed. Tell her child is safe for now. Edith and Osford will guard her here until Edward has sworn he will not harm her. And we tell him what kind of a man he trusted.
So we fight for peace, Lars? Again?
Always.
Again.
Not let them turn on each other.
Yeah, of course.
We
What
need to-
kind of a man would I be if I let them kill each other?
We need to supervise the children. Come on.
For a man who always says he has no, there's no point in him being involved or anything, he's like, who would I be if I let them kill each other?
I fear she's getting worse.
Can you keep her alive until I return?
We will do everything we can.
We need to. She's the future.
Yeah. Ah, boy.
I do not want her to die.
As soon as she coughed, I'm like, oh, fuck. Of course. Sickness is such a terrible thing, in those days. They can't fight against it. They can't see it. And I mean, as soon she's ill, unless it's not as bad as they think and she pulls through, there's nothing they can do. They can try and help, but hopefully she survives. Hopefully. But, yeah, the sister, In that moment, I know she's throwing her family under the bus. Literally, she's
but she's
taking the shame. But Jesus, that was so cool. Deserved for the brother, and she deserves the praise for that.
She did what was right.
Throwing herself in the path of all the arrows and stuff, and just saying the truth. That was so cool. I loved her. I love her. I knew I loved her before. She's proving it to me now. Like she's proving that I was right. I love this.
But yeah, for her brother, he cannot come back.
If the man spread the word, yeah, forget that.
Yeah, so he's done for. But for her, since she protected Aethelflaed's daughter,
Aethelflaed is gonna help her.
Yeah. And if not, she's gonna have Uhtred's
support.
Support, yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's got allies, she's got friends. I kind of think that they were trying to perhaps ship her with at least two of the guys in the group. So perhaps.
But I could see her with Osford.
Well, she showed interest in Finnan too, so I don't know. Perhaps, maybe not, but it's a possibility if she doesn't die from anything, like sickness or battle, because it's still Last Kingdom.
It is still Last Kingdom.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, she's now part of the main cast, which is both really good and really bad. She's got protection, and at the same time, she's gonna be in all the big shit. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to speak of Edward because this episode. The thing with Edward is I care about him. Mm-hmm. I like him. I don't want him to be an asshole. I don't want him to be a villain or anything. And I don't think he's a villain. Like, there's no villain in this. History, there's no villain.
No, it's just making... Baby.
John.
Baby. Not now.
Yeah, he wants attention.
Yeah.
We're busy.
The thing with Edward is he's not a bad guy, but he's making bad decisions because he's been influenced by bad people.
I mean, yeah, but it's history. It's people that have, motivations, different motivations. Some of them it's ambition. Some of them are snakes. Some of them do terrible things for their own advancement, but in their mind, they're all the heroes of their own stories. Mm-hmm. So hence why the father-in-law is trying to push Edward in the direction he believes is right for his family, for his daughter, for his house. But, it's the same thing with the people in Mercia who are like, you should close the gates and stuff because if you let them in, the sickness will spread. If you don't do that, they'll say that you denied the wish of the elder men and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're thinking of saving... I'm thinking you want to save yourself, basically. You don't want the sickness to spread where you are hiding, so that's why you want the gates to close. He did not want to close the gates, but then he listened to the people telling him that... And I get it, in times of sickness, it's true that it's a tough decision. Do you let the people in? Do you risk someone having it and spreading it inside? Because you could all be dead by next week, It's always complicated, but Edward was thinking of keeping them open, and everyone was telling him not to. So, okay, he does that. They say, if you close the gates, that's fine, we're going to support you. If you don't close them, we're going to say you're against us. That's manipulation. Later on, his mother shows up. He's like, we're not going to let her outside. It's true saying that you put your family, first, and you let everyone else down, but you're the people who were telling him to close the gates. You don't give a shit about about the people outside. It's not about that. It's about Edward finally doing something that benefits him, and you're like, oh, I mean, you're obviously in it for your own good. Like, fuck off, man. You are in it for your own good. And he's finally starting to listen to his own advice, his own conscience, and he let his mother in. I like that. Yes, do you. And then they're gonna turn that against him? Like they haven't been doing that all along. People are hypocrites.
Yeah, they are.
But then Ellsworth is saying, he's coming around. He's finally starting to make the right decisions. I'm like, he's always been considering making the right decisions, but then he's been having people whispering in his ear, it's not right. You gotta wait. Don't go and fight for Mercia. You're gonna fall in their plan. Yes, but then he didn't think of the consequences of that. Now he's dealing with the consequences, and he's again considering the right thing to do, but then the people are telling him not to do it. So the pressure, the stress, people are dying. There's a sickness. His sister's not there. There's no peace anywhere. I get it. He's stressed. So he's pushed against a wall. He doesn't know what to do. And the people are telling him one thing, and he's like, his conscience is telling him something else, but he's like backed up against a wall. So he's gonna go with what everyone else is saying because that's the majority. That's what everyone is telling him. And it's not always the right decision. And later on, he's questioning his decisions. But like, dude, you're not going to go far like this. He's got to start listening to his conscience.
Well, we knew that he has a problem to not be firm, but to...
with authority, his authority.
Authority and stressful situation with pressure.
Yeah. Well, he's still a kid if you think about it. He might have children and stuff, but he's still a child in my opinion.
But he's not a child, but he's not
a man either. Like, he's not that wise yet.
Yeah.
It's all about... The thing is, like, you are king. If you constantly listen to others, if you constantly go for what they decide, you have no authority. You're making them believe they can do whatever they want. That's why your father-in-law thought it was fine to say, you know, oh, go in and punish, you know, the king's mother like he asked you to. And it's like, no, that wasn't what he said. Well, definitely not. But he thought it was fine. He spoke in the king's place, and he spoke on his behalf. And then Edward was like, who would have done that? Who would have thought it was fine? Well, you made him think he had the power because you keep listening to him. You keep following his advice. So, of course, eventually, he's going to think he's got the power to do these things. He did already.
Oh, yes, he did. But at least, like, Ellsworth did say that now he's seeing reasons. Now he's questioning his decision, his actions.
Well, if
because
we're on the right
path. He did question himself why his sister went outside in danger. Did he push her to do it? Yes, he did.
He's asking the right questions, but unfortunately, it's always too late.
It's always too late.
But then, I love the path he's on right now. He's on the way to eventually making the right decisions. Now he knows that someone ordered his mom to be imprisoned in that room. Someone spoke on his behalf, and he didn't know about that. So look into it. He now knows there's been threats made against his firstborn, who he cared about back in the day. So why now?
Who made those threats, by the way?
Yes, but like before he cared about his son. So now, you're not even thinking of him. Like, he's so overwhelmed with his duty and everything that's happening, he doesn't think like he used to, and he needs to rediscover that part of him. And I kind of love that it's Ellsworth that's doing this, because she's the one that was against all of that at first.
Yeah, she was, but since season 4 or the end of season 3, she kind of has an
since Alfred's death.
Yeah, she has an enlightenment, because like I said, right now she's the lesser evil in Winchester.
Since she was pushed to the side and someone else decided to do what she used to do, she's like, oh shit, okay.
She got a taste of her own medicine, right?
Yeah, she feels bad about some of the things.
Technically.
And but then Edward, he needs to start thinking on his own. It's great to have advisors. You need to listen to other people, to their advice, and then you decide what's best. But it's not what's happening here. It's always the same men, always making the decisions for you. At this point, you are a puppet. You're not king. And the guy likes to think of himself as king, so be careful about that, because not only him, but your wife back home, who walks around with her nose in the air, with a crown so big, you would swear she's the king herself, The attitude and stuff, oh, she's a gentle woman. No, fuck that shit. You haven't been there. You haven't seen this.
She's a bitch. But thinking about that scene where Edward talked with his mother, I love dramatic shot with lights and shadows, because to me, yes, it is dramatic, but...
Well, yeah. I love dramatic shots. It's dramatic.
No, but to me, it looks like Edward was receiving judgment for what it is, or maybe not an enlightenment, but she told him his truth. She told him that you made bad decisions. Like your sister, you put your sister in danger. She fled, because of you, basically, right? You put your firstborn in danger.
You basically led to this outcome, and you can't run away from that. You can't put the blame on someone else. You're supposed to be the king. You're supposed to make the decisions. So, are you king? Did you make those decisions? Then you deserve the consequences. Or are you not king? In that case, something's wrong.
I do hope that after that shot, his mind's gonna be clear and he's gonna just make hopefully right decisions.
It looks like we took care of the brother problem. I don't know if it's the last of we'll ever see of him.
He's gonna go to Francia, I guess.
We don't know. He could come back. Like, there's always a possibility. But if he does leave, and because I mean, if he comes back,
If he
word
comes
is
back,
gonna
he's
spread.
gonna be a dead man.
Yeah. So word is gonna spread. So at least that problem has been taken care of. Now he needs to, be on his family's side, protect his niece, and make a decision that's going to please everyone, which is going to be difficult because everyone wants to be the leader. Everyone seems to know what to do, and they all want to be in charge and everything, but none of them is the right choice. So I do not know what he's going to do.
Listen to your sister, man, because
Well,
she's
yeah.
a wise one, and
But
she
even if-
knows what could be best for Mercia.
But
in the long run.
even then, I'm like, who's the right choice?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Nobody's gonna be a right choice. And maybe that's what...
Because, I mean, you can't put a child, like, that's the
And-
thing. I was thinking, okay, who could we marry to his niece? I'm thinking, his bastard son is his cousin. Disgusting. But they could do that. They did that in before. He's way too young to rule. Fuck that.
She's too young to be married yet.
Not as a woman. As a girl, it can happen way younger than...
Well, they can wait.
Yes, but then it still means that you need someone old enough to be in charge. And there's no one left. There's no one. So, I don't know what the right decision here is. And everyone... But then again, like, all I need is for him to acknowledge that he's been making the wrong decisions and start thinking. Because everyone is rebelling in their own way. Kurlig is helping the sick because it's sick. It hurts him to see them suffer. And he's done exactly what he said with Uhtred, and what Bioka told him eventually, your own conscience versus your king, and he's going with his conscience this time.
Good for him.
And he did before as well. Everyone Elswith is going against the king, doing her own thing, following her own plans, because obviously Edward is not doing shit, and her daughter and grandchildren are out there suffering.
Well, if everybody's going with their own conscience against the king, there might be a problem with the king, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, but still.
speaking about who's gonna rule in Mercia,
It needs to be someone with enough power.
honestly, with Aethelflaed,
The daughter.
with her health state right now, she might not survive.
Well, we saved saved Edward as a baby when he
she's
was
a-
also dying.
We had someone who did a ritual for that.
Yeah, but I mean, we still
They
managed.
got nothing.
Doesn't mean they're not gonna save her.
Well, she's a strong one, but I'm telling ya, shows sometimes have a grudge against daughters.
Doesn't mean she's gonna
You know?
die. Doesn't mean she's gonna die. Another thing would be perhaps Aethelflaed remarries. But then to whom? Because she's with Uhtred in my mind. I don't want her to be put in another marriage.
Why not Uhtred?
And technically that's not how it works,
Yeah,
your
I know.
husband dies, it goes to their kids.
I know.
And I mean, it needs to, the elder men who all follow their own, ambitions and stuff, they're not going to agree to just any plan. It's complicated. But at the
Yes,
very
it is.
least, we got rid of the brother for now. And no one, I mean, the daughter is sick, but it doesn't look like she's on death's door.
But she's going to.
Perhaps, but I have hope.
She's on her way. She followed.
You are pessimist because daughters get killed in these shows.
She followed a freaking raven.
Yes, she did, but it just showed her it basically just showed her that there was a threat nearby. It saved them. It was a good thing.
Metaphor, signs. Follow the signs.
Yeah.
That was a sign.
It was a good thing.
Yeah.
It showed her the threat.
In any case, if she is to die of sickness, I just hope that she survives until her mom is there, because she needs to see her mom one
If
last
she
time.
dies, it's gonna be worse. So I don't think she's gonna die.
We'll see.
I don't think she's gonna die.
We'll see. In any case, the Danes are coming from
Yes.
Ireland, and they're gonna save Brida. I'm so glad for that, because poor girl.
Well, I mean, they could. Yeah, they would probably save
gonna
her.
save her.
She's gonna go join another band of Vikings and wreak havoc with them this time.
But seriously, do we know someone who was still in Ireland?
They mentioned Ivar back in the day, but I think he died, so that's why his brother, who was it?
Sigurd?
No.
No, you sure?
It was, geez, I have my memory today.
It's no.
No, his older brother, the oldest of them all, except after Bjorn. Fuck.
I forgot his name.
Anyway, his brother. Well, in the show, who was
forgot
it?
his name.
In the show, who was it?
Uba.
It was Abba, right?
Abba. Sorry.
And
Abba.
He left.
Fuck up.
He
I
left
forgot
for his
Abba.
funerals. He left for his funerals.
He did.
And after that, I don't know if anyone we know went to Ireland. They mention it, but
Ragnar went, but he came back and he died, so that's not him.
no one we know, and he wasn't in Ireland. Was he in Ireland?
Maybe he was in Ireland.
In any case, I don't think anyone we know, or at least in the show we know, has been to Ireland and stayed there. So I don't know, unless we forgot, but could be just a new group.
Just new enemy?
Yep.
Would you mind to tell us if we know them or if we
No, why?
No.
We'll see.
Okay, we're gonna have a surprise then, okay?
Yeah, I don't think we know them, but if we do, we'll see when they show up.
Oh yeah, that one from season 1. We forgot about it.
I don't think we forgot anyone from season 1, but
I think they're all dead.
yeah. In any case, yes, please save her from that because it's horrible. At least it looks like the actual king, the one who didn't fight, who didn't go over there, like he's like treat her with respect. She used to be a warrior and stuff. Thank you, but then you're still not stopping the others from treating her this way. She is a slave. It's horrible. If that was to be her fate, like you were asking me if it's better than death, if that was to be her fate and she was to spend the rest of her life like this, death would have been kinder. Especially since we don't know what's going to happen to the baby if she manages to give birth. If she is freed, which it looks like she's going to be freed because they're going to attack and perhaps take her with them. She's basically going to perhaps give birth and have a chance at a good life with her child. That is cool. That I like. Then it's cool that she survived. It's all about how it ends.
I'm gonna hope for her then.
Sometimes you gotta suffer, like Uhtred suffered when he was a slave too. Pretty sure he's happy to still be alive, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he
good
is.
friends in that boat. At least one good friend.
I'm glad though that we had a discussion between Uhtred and Edith about their belief with their gods and God.
That
they
was,
are looking down on us and judging us because
Which
basically everyone with our own beliefs. We have doubts. We don't know if what we're doing is good or not.
I mean, we'll not get into that too much because we talked about this so much in Vikings. That was more that was more the subject of the episodes in Vikings. Whereas for this, it was mostly just
but you said that
but
in Last Kingdom, one of the main subject is the difference between the pagan and the Christians, and we see many similarities. Sorry.
Yes, many similarities
between both beliefs, and once again, we saw one.
None of them gets answers. In certain shows, they get visions. Most of the time, they don't get answers. They're all wondering if they're following the right path, if they're doing the right thing. Religions are much more similar than a lot of people, think, but that's for Vikings and the discussions we had in there, because it was more intense in that other show.
I know.
I am losing my voice, and it's getting really late, so I think we are going to end this here.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So keep an eye for it. We're going to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.